Plaintiff Harold Morris says he frequented the restaurant where the defendant was a waitress. And one day while dining, the defendant called him from jail and asked him to bail her out. Harold claims after he bailed the defendant out, instead of repaying him, she bought a new car. So he's suing. Defendant Jennifer Richardson says Harold is an undercover pervert. And although she admits that Harold bailed her out of jail, she insists she never asked him to do so. Jennifer says Harold expected her to repay him with sexual favors, so she's countersuing for harassment.
Sir, you're suing your girlfriend for $572.
No, sir.
Alleging your girlfriend owes you this money for an unpaid loan?
Your Honor, number one, she isn't my girlfriend.
Oh.
66 years ago, I met this lady right here, and 14 years after that, we got married, and she says, if you ever look at another woman, I'll kill you.
Okay.
And sir, I'm not ready to die yet.
Please forgive me. That's how the paperwork, that's what the paperwork said. No disrespect to you either, ma'am. And I'm sorry, that's what the paperwork says.
Your Honor, he looks like he's...
Huh?
He tries to act like he's innocent, but he's really an undercover pervert, Your Honor.
He is not.
He is. Yes, he is.
Sorry, yes.
He's an undercover pervert.
Say he's not.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor, he is.
All right. Your countersuit is for $500 for harassment, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I started eating at the restaurant on August the 1st last year, where she is a waitress.
Okay.
On the 18th day of December, a week before Christmas, I was eating my breakfast at 2:30 in the afternoon, like I always do. Got a phone call from her.
Not true, Your Honor.
And
called you where?
I never
in
called
the
him,
restaurant.
Your Honor.
She wasn't at work that day.
No, sir.
But she was in jail that day, sir.
She knew you were at the restaurant.
I never called
I was
him,
at the
Your Honor.
restaurant
No, I didn't.
eating. I was at the restaurant eating my breakfast.
And the manager said we have a call for you from Jennifer?
That is correct.
All right.
I went over and answered the phone. She says, I'm in jail. Can't get out. Can you help me? It being a week before Christmas, I didn't think anyone should be in jail for Christmas.
You got a lot of bonds to post there. You don't think anyone should be there. There's a lot of people in there on Christmas. But go ahead. You did what?
I'm going to call my wife. She says, okay, I'll meet you at the bail bond office and bring the money down. I went down, took the money, and at the time, I thought she had been put in jail for no insurance or no driver's license or something like that. I found out later that she was arrested for possession of a controlled substance. And in
What was it, marijuana or something?
I don't know, but normally that is drugs.
All right.
In the state of Texas.
Okay.
A controlled substance.
Okay.
I don't really know what it was, Your Honor.
It is. Mm-hmm.
And I loaned her the money.
Did she agree to repay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what has happened since that time?
The agreement was she would give me $75 on the 15th of January and $75 a month thereafter.
How much has she paid you?
She's paid nothing yet, sir, because she said she later told my wife that she would pay when she got her insurance income tax back. Mm-hmm. And when I asked her about that, she said, well, I needed this new car a whole lot worse than I needed to pay you.
Let me hear her side.
Basically, Your Honor, I had got into some trouble messing with the wrong people. I was getting evicted from my apartment. The police came over to my apartment. I had a roommate that I was staying with. Whenever they came to my apartment, they did a search and basically found some
Every
drugs.
time they come over, they search your apartment.
I've never been in trouble in my life. The person I was saying who was living with me was not a good person and was into drugs or whatever. So whenever they came over, they were looking for her, started searching, through my things, through her things, and found some drugs in her things. And I went to jail for it since it was in my apartment. When I went to jail, it was close to Christmas. I had no one to call. The only number I had was my work number.
It's just odd that a worker at a restaurant would call a customer
No,
to
honestly,
get them
sir,
out of
that's
jail?
not true.
Sounds very odd
I
to
didn't
me.
call him. The only number I knew was my work number because it was a landline.
Okay,
so I
then what
continuously called to talk to the waitress who I've known for a long time, which eventually gave him the phone. I never talked to him. I never asked him to bail me out of jail. He offered to bail me out of jail. I didn't even know he was up there, Your Honor. He got on the phone. He got on the phone.
Yes,
Did she
I never,
speak
ever,
to you and ask?
I never even
Yes,
asked.
sir. She
That's
told
not
me.
true, Your Honor. Never. It's not true.
Well, how did he know where to come?
Basically, he was eating there, and at the time, I kept giving the lady numbers to call for me, and she's like, "Well, hold on, someone wants to talk to you." When I talked to him, he's like, "Well, what are I'm
Man,
gonna."
you just told me you never talked to him.
I did not call him.
No, you just told me you never spoke to him at all. You're a big liar.
I swear to God, Your Honor, I'm
ahead.
not lying. She handed him the phone
Ma'am,
because
do
he
you
wanted
wanna
to
say
speak with
anything?
me.
Well, she,
You can stand
I'm
up.
sorry,
Oh,
Your Honor.
Lord.
Your Honor, she
This man is a pervert,
did
Your
not,
Honor. He really is. The only
if
reason he
she
bailed me out is
did
for
not
sex.
ask
That's it.
for his help, why did she let him help?
And you say, I heard you say the only reason he helped you because you were
Basically-
giving him sex.
No, because he wanted sex from me, Your Honor.
I
Oh,
thought you
that's
said
Whenever
you
I
not
got
had-
true.
bailed, and I told
Your
this
Honor.
lady.
Not even
I
your
told this
type.
lady.
Hold on.
Your Honor,
I mean, he don't like people like you.
Your Honor, Your Honor.
Your type is not what he would like.
Your Honor,
you
I
think-
swear.
Your
likes
Honor, do
me.
you think for a minute that I would trade this lady for her? Honestly, I want to answer, Your Honor.
Now you're on the stand. Don't put me on the stand. I'm the judge.
Your Honor, the night I got out of jail.
I'll tell you this. She speaks much more beautifully than she does.
Oh, my
She
goodness.
Thank you, Your
has lied.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
She has lied and she's
I do not
showing
lie, Your Honor. I'm
disrespect
nothing but truthful.
to you all.
That's not true,
particularly
Your
to
Honor.
your wife. As such a mature woman, she should not speak so disrespectfully to your wife. And secondly, your wife has a very pleasant smile. She's very respectful today, and she sounds like she has a good heart. So, no, I would take the one with a good heart.
Your Honor, it took a lot for me to tell his wife how he was, because after the fact that he did tell me to show me mine after I got out of jail because he wanted to exchange for sexual favors.
Oh,
it
you're
took a
a
lot for me to
liar.
tell his wife. She was
You are a
she was
liar.
very thankful. It took a lot for me to tell her. I felt bad for her,
This
Your
was
Honor.
after he loaned you the money?
After I signed the paper, this is when he made sexual advances towards me.
What did he do
exactly? you're a
I had every
liar.
intention to pay this man back, Your Honor.
Sorry, Judge.
I had the money. It's not about the money. It's about the fact that this man is a pervert and he's harassed me at my work. He got me fired from my job.
That's your
7 years.
counterclaim
That is not
harassment?
true.
What did he do?
He comes up to my work all the time, Your Honor.
At 2 o'clock
Talks to
every day, that's clear.
Yes.
Because you
even
knew to
after
catch
the
him there to
fact.
get out of jail.
That's not true. That's not true, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I had no one to bail me out. I'd rather sat in jail than this man bail me out. I've been through so much behind this man, harassing me at my work.
Tell me what he's done to you.
He's
Work.
sat across from my work, Your Honor, across the street from my work, staring at me down. When I go outside, I see his truck across the work.
Sir,
He's harassing me in
she's
front.
lying.
He called me foul names in front of my customers I've known forever.
Oh.
You know, talking to my boss. Both of these people have talked to my boss. I've got fired. They're basically making false statements about
Your
I'm a
Honor.
very good
What
person,
false
Your Honor.
statements has he made?
I'm honestly, I really don't. He just talks to my boss, comes in here in front of my customers.
What false statements has he made?
That I told him I would never pay him back, which is not true, Your Honor.
Have you paid him back?
When I tried to pay him back, I told him to come to my work on Saturday and I'll give him 150. The agreement was 75 a week.
Did
I
he
was-
come?
After I told his wife he didn't want to accept no payments, he wanted the whole thing in
That's
full,
not
which I'm
lying.
not capable of doing. I have 3 children of my own, you know, and that's the whole reason behind this. It's not
You
the
haven't
money.
told me anything to prove that he has harassed you significantly.
The only thing I have is a letter from the girl I work with.
What does the letter say? Just tell me what she's saying.
Basically, she's basically stating that she's been there to witness his harassment, you know.
Let's see it.
No.
What type of harassment? Looking at you from across the
No,
street?
no. He's actually came into my work in front of all my customers,
He
calling me the
comes
B
there
word.
every day.
He used to come up there all the time, but he never did the stuff that he does whenever he goes up there after I owed him money.
Did you report it to your manager?
Yes, sir.
And what did the
And
manager
basically,
say?
he stopped coming to this restaurant and going to the other restaurant after that.
Did the manager speak to you about harassing her?
No, Your Honor, because number one, I did not harass her,
Yes, you did.
and she's thinking up another fairy tale when she says
not lie, Your Honor.
was
I'm totally
across the
honest.
street, because her restaurant has got dark tinted windows that look like mirrors from the outside. So I couldn't
Is that
I
true?
couldn't know when she was
I
in.
could see him. He could see me. As long as it's daytime, yes,
No.
you can. Yes.
No.
And for one, he sat across
Ma'am,
the
you
street
should
when
have
I was
gotten
about to get
something
off.
from your boss. That would have helped you. Had you
Honestly,
went
I
to your
don't work
boss
there
and said,
anymore.
I was harassed, would you please write something saying that? Your judgment, sir, is as you've requested. She agrees that she owes you $572. Your claim for harassment, ma'am, is dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Sir. I didn't believe it, not one bit. Not at all.
She has to deal with it. I
He
know.
is not
So,
like that.
Yeah, she'll find out eventually.
You
don't know.
I have been married to this lady for 53 years. I've
Yeah.
known her longer than you are
I
old,
don't
little
see how.
sister.
Okay.